So let's talk about reporting. What needs to be reported on? Is it just the income statement, or do you need your balance sheet? Are there other reports that you should be generating?
Well, it depends on what you're recording every month. If you're working QuickBooks or you've got another accounting system that you use, it's going to give you your income statement at a minimum regardless. And I'll talk a little bit about what's behind that and the accuracy behind that.
So which income statement should you be looking at? Your month to month? Your year over year?
Well, I'm a month to month guy. I think you need to be looking at that. And it isn't so much about am I doing okay or not okay, it's about what's changing. What's changing in the business. We encounter this quite a bit with clients where we'll look at their income statements and we'll see a spike in something and we'll go, oh, what was that? And we'll discover that it's a one-time non-recurring expense. And particularly if depends on how they're incorporated, S Corp or C Corp, etc., how the accounting is done. We can say, okay, that's a one-time non-recurring expense. I understand it. We should have talked about it so that we knew what the break-even was on that one-time non-recurring expense. But that's why I want to look at it every single month, and that's why we should look at it every single month, is to know what's normal, what's trending, and what's going to be non-recurring.
What if you're seasonal? I mean, like with our business, we're not 100% seasonal, but we do have high points and low points because we don't generate the same income every single month.
Okay, very good point.
But then there's landscaping to our seasonal. Yeah,
well, we coach landscapers. We have coached landscapers, and we have coached many businesses that are quite seasonal. The interesting thing is, as long as you know that, right? As long as you know that, we can see these spikes and know that that's what's going on. If a landscaping business is doing their accounting on a cash basis, and all of a sudden we're coming, a month in advance of winter, and they're going to go out and they're going to buy salt for the winter. That's a big cash expense, right? Mm-hmm. But they do it, and boom, it shows up in direct costs. Remember the variable cost? It shows up in direct cost, and we're, what happened to our gross profits? Because direct costs come out of that to get to gross profit. Well, we know what that was, right? We just know. So if you're seasonal, look, so many of our clients have been in their business long enough. They know exactly what seasonality is and what it does. So we can always put that in the back of our mind when we're analyzing their numbers. But it's important that you stay on your numbers, that you're having someone, maybe it's a bookkeeper that comes in once a week, that's loading your numbers into some financial system that can spit out reports for you every month. And I know it's time consuming to have that done, and I know that it can be expensive to have that done. And actually it's not that expensive given the amount of information that you get from all that information. So as far as reporting goes, and we haven't gotten the KPIs yet, but as far as reporting goes, we urge all of our clients, you got to step it up. It's got to be more frequent. And we've been fortunate enough that as we've grown clients, we've introduced them to bookkeepers, accountants, and CPAs that can make sure that that is actually getting done.
But there's also reporting that's non-financial. There's reporting on output from a certain machine. From us, from a marketing standpoint, we're always looking at our numbers on a marketing standpoint as how many hits we have, how many views we have, what's our conversion rate, which is not necessarily directed to financial,
right,
the financial statements, but there are other reporting units.
Okay, so you directed me right into the KPIs that are minimally, in my mind, required.